Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finals of the first Balatro tournament hosted on this channel. In case you guys forgot, there's already been 2 group stages before this. We started with 8 competitors, and we're now down to 4. Just a quick kind of preview, or I guess like a history check on what happened before. From Group 1, we have Zach and Steve that are advancing on to the finals today. And from Group 2, we have CJ and Mikey that won their group and are advancing on to the finals today. The 4 of them will be following the same rules as we had last time, which is we're going for the highest single hand scored. Not round score, just the single highest hand. The top 2 from each group don't advance anymore because this is the finals. So the person who wins this at the end is the winner. The allowed decks this time, just like before, are red, blue, green, yellow, or black. No other decks are allowed. You must play on the seed that I just provided you guys, which is, for anyone else out there that wants to play on the seed is what? W-H-A-T, what? They're all going to be in a call together, kind of talking to each other. We'll bring them in every now and then to also talk with them. But please don't share your strategies. Like, this is a competition. The 4 of you are playing to win here. This time, I'm joined by Joey and Thomas in the casting booth. The 2 of them competed against each other in the first group. They were the 2 that didn't go on to the finals, but I'm sure they'll have a lot of fun casting with me in the booth. And I'm really excited to get started. So,
let's go.
You guys are welcome.
Go.
Don't get started yet, but you guys are welcome to load into the run. Get on that first screen.
Working on it.
I'll do that now. I'm really amped up.
What decks are we allowed to use again?
Red, blue, yellow, green, black. The ones that are just a color and not anything special. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and click play. I'm waiting for Steve. Give me 1 second. All right. Best of luck, you 4. You guys will have 90 minutes. At the end of that, the highest scoring single hand will be declared the winner. Best of luck. You guys are welcome to start in 3, 2, and 1. And they are off. We get some nice ambient music going for the stream.
All of them started with yellow.
I know. I think that's interesting. I also wanted to point out.
I learned from the first tourney, first part.
I think it is good to see that CJ is no longer lagging. His stream actually seems to be running kind of fluidly. Running fluidly. I know that when we were like first starting this and kind of getting things ready, CJ was having some internet issues. So if you see his stream lag at all, it's definitely that. But yeah, Thomas, I agree with you. That all 4 of them using yellow deck, I think, is a learned behavior from previously.
Saw Zach here open the buffoon pack in the first shop and get the throwback. Mikey opted a different route and got egg for some early money.
I don't know, Thomas, did you play on the seed at all? I know I sent it to you ahead of time, but Joey and I played on it.
I did not. I wasn't expecting to cast.
That is true.
It does already look like Mikey's taking some very thorough notes because he was first to the shop and he's going to be last out of the shop.
He's contemplating Mime because I think he's questioning whether or not he'll see Baron. That's his favorite build.
Have money for Mime.
He does have an egg that he could sell for 2 or 3, I think. I think he just bought it, so okay. Restarting already.
Yeah, the mime was on the reroll, I believe. So he was just taking notes.
I don't want to spoil it too much for people that want to play on the seed. I've played it a couple times. I know Joey has as well. My first run, I wrote down my score. My first attempt on the seed, I ended with a score of, give me 1 second to pull up that number. I took a screenshot. It was
Yep, he reset and got mime.
51,921,000. So there are pretty big scores
Jeez.
available. My second time was not as good. My highest hand was like 101,000, I believe. There are a couple invisible jokers for anyone that's playing on this. There are 2 of them that you can come across. There is both Midas Mask and Vampire, which is another nice build. Not anything crazy you can get with that, but that's what led me to my my initial score of several million. I don't know, Joe. You had when you were playing on this, you had something with like bootstraps and bowl.
Yeah, so I had a kind of a money deck. The bowl came late. That was like a late anti build, but it was early on with bootstraps. Just I wasn't even starting on yellow deck to get the initial $10. But I was going for 2 pairs because I had that and I had spare trousers to build that up. And I think they should come across that. I believe I got that in a buffoon pack, so we'll see if they get that mid round here. But definitely going for the throwback early on is kind of what I built off of. And see, Zach is going for that. He restarted a couple times though.
Steve is actively live on Twitch, by the way. So if you're interested in watching his stream and seeing him talk a little bit more about his run, or I think they're all on a call together. I don't know if any of them are muted, but they might be talking to each other. So if you're interested in that side, go check him out. His Twitch is Snapzinc, SNAPZINC, all one word. Zach is also kind of a really, really infrequent streamer. But if you're interested in him, just like Group 1, I referenced this before, but his Twitch channel is @CarCharming, CarCharming. He doesn't stream very frequently at all, but when he does, he's a great person to watch, in my opinion.
Like you already getting the bull with the egg to build off of each other there. It's a nice combo.
CJ already swapped decks too.
He is on the black deck now, yeah. So yeah, Mikey got the bull out a little early than I expected. I didn't catch where he got that from.
I think Zach is the first one to. Oh no, my bad. Mikey is at ante 3.
Gotta keep an eye on the scores here too. Try to
Yeah.
watch 'em.
Haven't had a scoreboard update yet, so this is what our scoreboard looks like. Just the placeholder scores. Hopefully some of them will start messaging me some scores pretty soon.
Mikey just hit 10K.
Yeah.
Off of one hand. That's crazy.
He's got that holographic egg with the bull already building up. The one thing about the bull is you can't be too expensive with your money. You want to make sure you save that up, but also still try to find good jokers to pair with it.
Is he selling the bull here?
Oh wow.
I think he wanted the bloodstone.
Okay.
Which I
He still has a Gross Michelle though. That's a interesting keep there, even though it's good early round joker.
Yeah, I'm really interested. He looks like he has a lot of pieces to some builds that could be good. The bloodstone is something I toyed with on my first try of this seed, and I didn't actually end up holding it that long. Just because I couldn't see any pieces. I couldn't get Sock and Buskin to get re-triggers of played cards. The Mime is kind of the only thing I could find where I can re-trigger cards in hand, which is not really what I want with Bloodstone. So
Looks like that might have. He's not getting much here.
yeah, this might be it for him unless he's
Yeah.
something I learned after playing with this some more is that the early game of this is really punishing. Oh, he just missed it.
Yeah.
Like the Caster's Curse again. I feel like every time, at least with Group 2, every time we joined to like look at someone or we comment on someone, they just instantly lost. It was like the end of their run, even if they were on a good run. It looks like CJ's going back to yellow deck.
Steve also swapped to blue.
I actually think blue deck is an interesting choice here. I think yellow deck is what I would always start on. I think yellow deck is huge for just getting that early game or the early game advantage to buy a few more jokers or tweak your deck a little bit to help you get through those early antes. But kind of once you have a feel for those early antes, or once you know what you can and can't do early on a seeded run like this, I do think swapping the deck is a good play. I actually liked CJ going for black deck. Maybe not on the seed though, because I do think that money is a bit hard to come by early on the seed. You get Midas Mask, but it's very hard to make that work and still be winning antes when you don't have other like plus molt or X molt jokers to help you.
Zach found a Seltzer Joker here to re-trigger.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm messaging them all privately.
Quite a few rerolls from Zach trying to get something good.
Yeah, well, he has the money for it. The blueprint out for Mikey here. And he has the bull back, and he has a holographic on it. Is that right? Hopefully he learned from his mistake not to sell it early on, because that can be really big if you get your recon up late.
I think 8.8k is Zach's best hand so far.
See what this one might be. 13.
That one
No,
was.
that was a lot.
Steve keeps opting for the hologram.
19k.
19k is huge.
What about Steve?
He keeps opting for the hologram, which I think is a. I really like hologram as a joker, but I think the playstyle required to make it work is so difficult to like. It's really hard to make work. Usually, the strategies I think are a bit easier are ones where you trim you thin your deck down, you get rid of cards that aren't as good, and a hologram really wants you to add more and more cards to your deck. So it's good in a case where you have like DNA and you're duplicating a card that you really like or that is a really good for the rest of your build. But in other cases where you just add cards senselessly to kind of buff that hologram joker, I think it can hurt you more than it can help you.
I agree.
CJ's just got a negative mime from a spectral pack.
Yeah, and I also see that Mikey found Blueprint, which is a big help for any build. I do want to zoom in on Zach a little bit, because I do think that he's the furthest in. 16,721.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down as his preliminary best score, even though he's probably scored a bit higher.
I believe he's going for flushes here. Yes.
I think he was going for a flush house. That's why I think we got the reaction we got there, is because
Just trying to go for that extra jack. Ooh.
okay, so he's looking for clubs, but he can't. That's seeing double joker there. The negative that Zach just picked up requires you to
Actually,
have
another
both
suit,
clubs.
right?
Yeah, both clubs and something else.
So not so much flushes.
Well, I mean, a negative joker is a negative joker. You'll take it.
Right. Gross Michelle and Mikey with the blueprint. I like his setup so far of all the jokers.
I do too. I think he's got a good setup to survive early on and then pivot with that blueprint.
I agree. In my run, I was going for some two pair build. We'll see what. everybody likes to do.
And if either of you, Joey or Thomas, if you want to check into Steve's chat every now and then, that would be really nice. Because I know Mikey was doing that with me, and Steve has some people in his chat that are helping him out in some ways, and not really helping him, but like, you know, teasing him a bit or talking about their scores. And Mikey in that first group, or Mike, when Mikey was helping me cast that first group, he was checking in every now and then and just seeing some fun stuff that Steve Shatters were saying to him.
Yeah, let me see what he's got going here so far.
Not much so far. He's got the spare trousers and that hologram. Mikey found an invisible Joker, which is that's huge for a build if you can get it on the right thing. Like if he can make that land on blueprint, that's really, really big. In my build that I got on my first run, I had double blueprint, double vampire, and a Midas mask.
Yeah.
Which is
Still
like I
haven't
said,
seen
good.
the bootstraps out of here out of anybody yet.
I wonder if they kind of skipped over it. We just missed it.
I think they might have just missed it.
I don't even know what
or
Joker that is that Zach has.
The which the far right one or
looking one?
yeah, that's a polychrome. I don't know the name of the. I think it's Golden Ticket.
Golden Ticket, yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
It so the polychrome gives it 1.5x multiplier, and then the Golden Tickets, when you play a gold card, you get extra gold. Usually gold cards require you to keep them in your hand, but this just makes it so you can also make money from playing them. He's making use of seeing double, playing both the club and some diamonds there.
I like Constantine's build he's got going on here.
Kind of zoom in on him some.
He's got the best econ out of everybody so far. There's the swashbuckler. Feel for that.
The timer update here is they have an hour 15 left.
Bunch of time.
Opting to copy that king. I know this quality is a little bit fuzzy, but at least it's running smoothly, because when we when we were looking at this, kind of setting everything up, his stream was looking rough.
No, it's much better now.
Oh, he skipped Bloodstone, which I don't think he would have make work, but it would have been something. I do think his build's going to suffer in the long run, unless he can start switching out some of these kind of bits and pieces for a more complete build.
The one thing about this seed is you do get an anti-3 wall, which if you have a decent enough jokers and a decent build, you can pass that within a couple hands and not have to worry about that in the late run, which is nice. But let's see if we can get 8k here.
Let's see what this hand is. If we can watch it.
Getting a little fuzzy.
It is getting a little rough. 8,004.
Okay. Got it in one hand.
Hopefully we'll get his stream going a little bit better pretty soon.
So there's the bootstraps in the shop in Ante 4. He does like to go for it, given his econ, which I think that's a good choice.
Just a little scoreboard update. These scores are not perfect. They've definitely been scoring higher. I just haven't received too many updates yet. This is the ones we've seen. So Steve we still haven't been paying enough attention to him to get a high single hand score. So far, the highest one that I've noted from Zach is 16,721. Definitely higher than that now. Mikey's I've seen 10,207, and as I speak of Mikey, that run ended just a second ago there.
And I didn't quite catch what his best hand was, if it was different than your scoreboard update.
Mikey leaving. Oh, he's playing yellow deck still.
Yeah, I think he might have forgot to put in the seed. Nope, it's not that seed.
Is he playing the wrong seed?
It is. He didn't put in the seed. He's pressing paste. He just needs to type it in.
Yeah, it's there we go.
There it is.
All right, let's see if we can catch a good hand from Steve. I'm really curious about like kind of what he's scoring right now.
So he does have the spare trousers. Let's see. Okay.
15,400.
And that far right Joker that Steve has, that is
That's the
That's for every-
hologram. It's when you add a playing card to your deck, it gets plus 0.25x molt,
okay.
or it adds
Okay.
0.225x molt in it.
Every time a card is added.
Yeah, so it's good. Like I said, if you're going for as like a piece for you to have when you have a card like DNA, I think it's good, especially when you're going for a high hand and you might not necessarily get all the pieces to make one of those insane builds work.
Right.
Having X molt is just good to get really high hands, but when he seems to be shopping for extra cards or really just trying to add, there's another high one there from Steve,
Sorry to interrupt,
17,000.
yeah.
143028.
Zach already had 190k and he's beat Ante 8.
143028 from Zach there.
Yes.
What I was gonna say though is that when you're adding cards to your deck, kind of just through packs or so on, I think it can really impact your ability to go deep, because even though you're getting that Joker up, you're making your deck worse by adding kind of filler cards to it. I have a good morning, y'all, from I presume JL in the chat. One of our friends here in this Discord that we're all a part of. So good morning, JL. Even though it is 7:43 p.m. on a Sunday, at least Pacific time. I'm gonna zoom in on Zach here a little bit. I do want to pull him in after this run ends, just to kind of see how he's feeling.
I wonder what I haven't been watching him closely. What his throwback multiplier is up to. Covers over
4.75.
4.75, which is really good.
Zach and I have very different playstyles. I didn't want to say this. I was kind of talking about this a little bit earlier. I was in a call with Mikey and Thomas and a few other people. I think, at least historically, you two were more experienced. I think you're a bit I don't want to say washed, but you were a bit washed for a bit. And I think Zach kind of came in as an underdog, at least initially, but I think now he's been grinding this game far more than anyone else has. He's probably been researching things. He's probably been really learning the game, and I would put money on Zach as the favorite here. My predictions, I don't want to say I'm rooting for anyone, because that would be kind of not good manners as a caster here, but I think Zach is the favorite in my opinion to win. I would put CJ and Mikey as like 2 and 3. I don't really know how they'll fall, but something like that. I think they'll be 2-3. And as much as I love Steve, I think that he could get a little outmatched here. I think he's the least experienced of these four now. But I do think anyone has a chance. I don't think it's set in stone, and I don't think that my prediction will be perfectly right. Oh, he's restarting. Just like that.
We probably wasn't gonna get enough there.
Let me go ahead and pull Zach in. Can someone respond to the person in our Discord and send that link?
Yeah.
I'm pulling Zach in now too. Okay. Welcome in, Zach. We just saw your run. We got your score.
Oh, okay.
What did you see on that first playthrough? Because I think you went all the way through fairly quickly, fairly early on.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did Party Joker, so I saw absolutely nothing. But I did shuffle through a lot of money and a lot of rerolls. I think there wasn't really anything that super caught my eye. Like, I mean, at the end of the run, obviously there was the queens held in hand, and then there's a lot of opportunities to make lucky cards, which is what I was doing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and avoid Party Joker here, because like I'm kind of fine with leaving that score for now. That's a pretty decent score. I'm cool with that for now, and then I can kind of just skip Party Joker, look for more I don't know, different options. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this Midas Mask here to see where I can get the money, just because I saw that all gold cards that are played pay 4, and that's pretty good too. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip Party Joker this time around to not have to skip and see less of the run.
Yeah, I do want to let you know that there is currently 1 hour and 6 minutes left, a little bit more than 1 hour 6. And as of now, we haven't really been getting scores from you guys, so if you could let the others know to send me a little bit more frequent updates, that would be cool. As far as we've seen, you're currently in first. So we'll see if that sticks, but that's as far as we know.
All right.
Good luck on the rest of your run. He's back.
That was a good hand by CJ right there, as we were just finishing talking to Mike, or Zach rather.
I'm back.
He has 2 of the, was that 2x flushes jokers?
I think so. Hannah in chat saying good luck, everyone. I don't know if you're rooting for anyone in specific, Hannah. Steve looks shocked about something.
Let's see.
Let's see what
On the Bloodstone again.
What is Zach doing?
Don't tell this guy he's on the clock.
let's see if we can catch what CJ's score is here.
I believe he got a 30,000 in a hand if that beat what he has previously.
Every time it feels like when I'm not paying
I
attention
know.
to him, his stream is like fine, and then once I start paying attention to it, it looks so rough.
Okay, here's his flush. We'll see.
So it's about
Okay.
50k, 53, because he played a small hand before that.
Yeah.
Mikey's going for a swashbuckler. He kind of has a lot of pieces that don't really work together. Swashbuckler is the flag, blueprint, mime, and that invisible joker that I presume he's hoping will end up on blueprint. Actually, while playing a run earlier, I ended up with a single A, and I had an egg, a brainstorm, and triple swashbuckler because there's 2 invisible jokers. That was my second run that I had earlier on this seed. And I did a little bit of research because I was curious. So just in case anyone else out there decides to play Balatro, if you're an avid Balatro fan, invisible joker will, for a given set of jokers and a given seed, the invisible joker will always land or will always copy the same joker. Or like, if you play the same exact, if you do everything identical up to a certain point, and you use invisible joker to copy another joker, it will always copy the same joker, regardless of the positioning that you place them in, which I thought was interesting. I thought maybe it would work. I thought maybe the interaction would be that you could swap the positioning. You know, if it copied the second joker, you could change what joker was in the second slot, but it doesn't quite work like that. It works by picking a joker, and that's the one that happens to be copied every time. So in this case, Mikey got stuck with copying a flag there, which I think is I think that was the only one that he didn't really want copied there, if I'm being honest.
$67K on Constantine.
Is that a single hand?
Yep.
That is
Yeah, those,
That is
those
smaller-
flush jokers are.
that's
Going
smaller than the one I've already written down. I do want to give a
Okay.
small scoreboard update. I still haven't seen a good score update from Mikey or Steve in a little bit.
So you've got 58k.
I think his prior hand was 92k.
Okay, this is what I have so far. I'll be sure to update that for the second we get some more scores from them. So if that's true, if Steve was 92k, he should be in second now.
Yeah. His most recent one was 58k, but I think he had a straight flush, and that was 92k prior.
Keep our eyes peeled. It's hard when I peek over to see whether they have a round score already in place or not. I look at the final score and try to do the quick math.
Okay, Mikey's going Bloodstone here. Bloodstone with
Shit.
Mime is interesting. Just because, like I said, that interaction, they don't play too nice together. With Bloodstone, you really want to play heart flushes or flush fives, ideally. And with Mime, you really want to hold on to your good cards. You want to go more like a steel card kind of route. So having both is a bit weird. I don't think he plans on keeping both. Zach's also going Bloodstone here.
He's trying to get that 3x.
Also with
Um,
the family, I believe that one is the flush multiplier.
he really wants to buy that. No.
I'm gonna bring Mikey in. His run also just ended. I kind of want to hear what he's feeling. I didn't see what his final score was there.
15,000. I don't think that beats.
Welcome in, Mikey.
Hello.
We just saw your run in there. I think you've been restarting your run much more than most people. What have you been feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. I've found a lot of interesting items. I'm really trying to find Mime to get that to work, but I just can't do it.
You mean something that
far.
goes with Mime, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen any other pieces, like any other builds you think that you might try in the future?
I've seen a Bloodstone, but that's super late into the run, so it's hard. I just fucked up here. I didn't optimize that.
Oh wow.
Uncommon Joker doesn't seem too good. There's a bull. I'm thinking about trying to go into a bull and just getting a ton of money. Because the Invisible Joker. Let me check my notes. Invisible Joker on around ante 4 copies into the Taurus. So I'm thinking of saving my money to build around that. And just try to go for money. I think I seen a vampire. I cannot remember.
Gotta take note of things like that.
Yeah.
If you see it,
Yeah.
I would definitely write something like that down. Those big X molts are really useful.
Yeah, I think so. I think this run, I'm gonna see if I can try and find it.
All right, well,
And that Wheel of Fortune's really, really nice on this game. I've seen. This run, Wheel of Fortune's always hit, no matter what you do. Gotta love them. But I'm gonna see if I can go into that this time.
yeah, good luck. I would love to see a vampire build work. If you do end up finding vampire, that would be really cool to see. So, well, I guess we'll see what comes of it. All
We'll see.
right, good luck. Oh, before
Thank
you
you.
go though, I do want to let you know that you are currently in last with 58 minutes left.
Ooh, you know what? That's okay.
He's gone.
During that, Steve hit a huge hand.
I saw that. I caught note of that. So I will give a nice little scoreboard update for everyone else. Steve's currently in first with 220,642.
Steve's
All
going
right, I will
for
be
full
right back. I
houses,
gotta
it looks
flip
like.
my chicken.
Try to build that within the spare trousers for the 2 pair.
Yeah.
And continue that with his scene double using a club if he can. Follow that with another Joker. I mean, with another suit to make that work.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring everyone in really quick. I'm bringing everyone in here for a second. I'm bringing you guys all in. I want to let you guys know that you are just past a third of time. There's 57 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Oh, bang.
Thank you for explaining that. I was confused on what a third meant for a second.
You're good. Your scores are currently, it's still competitive. You guys have a lot of time to still make pieces work. So don't stress too much yet. There's still a lot of time. We have seen some decent scores from some of you. So if you feel confident in your score, maybe you should try to get a little higher. And if you haven't been getting that good of a score yet, you have probably a little bit of work to do to try to catch up to your peers. So best of luck on the rest of your time. And I will bring you back in a little bit closer to the halfway mark.
No, you're there.
Yeah, so Steve kind of came out of nowhere. We were all watching Zach and Mikey, but with some big numbers from Steve.
I know.
I'm really liking Constantine's setup here. He's got that multiplier up to 6.5x, I believe.
That was a massive score. I don't know. It was his fourth hand though.
Yeah, I can't remember. He ended with 215, probably 100 something. We'll see. He'll probably take this all the way until he ends it. Hopefully, gives us a good number. But he does have the bootstrap with the 2 tribes at the end. Oh, with the lag, we can see where they get flipped.
Steve with 147 there, not even better than his highest hand so far.
Yep. He catches 220, 642. The full house deck. Seems like everybody with some pretty deep runs so far. We had some early restarts at the beginning, but everybody getting to at least ante 6, I believe.
I think that might be something that changed from some people's strategies from their first time. I know Steve's always been kind of, especially if you watched Group 1, CJ there with 193.024. Gonna write that down. Especially if you watch Steve's in that original Group 1 VOD, or you can also go to the YouTube channel and watch it there. He was a big time, like, I think he only had 2 runs in that first group. He really wanted to go deep and just try to score as good as he could. Whereas I think Mikey was a bit more reroll happy, like he's kind of showing here. He tends to want to optimize more. So I'm expecting a huge score from him sometime soon.
He did come with the bull when he has $91 for CJ. We'll see if he takes it. Not sure what he wants to give up here, given he has a lot of X multipliers. Yeah.
Might be a massive hand from Steve.
I think you might have missed it, but he just went into endless mode. This one, this could be absolutely monster. He can't play.
What is that final joker on Steve there?
It's Astronomer. It makes it so he can just buy. He can buy planet cards pretty much, or all planet cards are free and celestial packs are free. Yeah,
that's beautiful. He's got his full house up to level 9. Make that even better. These all re-trigger too. This might be big.
That's big, but I think he needs to get some value out of the seeing double there. I don't know why he. Oh, Mikey found Vampire with his Midas Mask. That could be really big. That's what started my run.
He said he was looking for Vampire, right?
He was, and he found it. We also have CJ up there with the Vampire Midas Mask as well.
He has that really high.
Yeah.
I believe.
But the astronomer is good for buying things, and then his seeing double there. Steve had a wild card that I would believe would work for seeing double, since it would count as a club, and he was scoring some other cards that weren't clubs, and he opted to use that for like an initial hand that scored 9,000 when he could have scored probably 250 plus thousand. Zach's got a pretty decent build going up there too, if he can just survive long. He's opting for a Bloodstone build. Mikey, I think,
nice
really
point.
is trying to land this on Blueprint. He really wants that Invisible Joker to land on Blueprint.
It's a good hand by Zach. I think that was like 117, 118,000. Not sure what his current score is. It looks like Constantine might have got like a 200k with that one.
That was something really big.
You should see his at the end here though. Confirm.
And when his ends, I'll bring him in as well. Kind of waiting for CJ and Steve to both end their run so I can talk to them. Oh, CJ found Blueprint.
He did. I would sell Midas Mask.
I don't know what he's using his. I wouldn't sell Midas Mask because that's making his vampire go nuts. I think Bootstraps would be my option here. Instead opting for one of the tribes.
Thinking he could just use that as duplicate. Well, he's duplicating his vampire.
I do guess that
have
the
you called what
Bootstraps
his
is.
vampire multiplier is?
I haven't. Mikey got a duplicated Blueprint.
Oh, that's
These
right.
these both are going to be monster runs from those two. Those are going to be insane.
What are you saying about bootstraps? Sorry.
Yeah, Bootstraps. I think he's using it as like his plus molt. So he's getting
Yeah.
extra molt on with Bootstraps and then using that to be multiplied pretty heavily. 8.5, 687, 820.
Wow. Yeah, that blueprint was massive. I believe that might be like an 8x on the end there.
I think it's 8.5.
Wow.
With Mikey with 2 blueprints is kind of insane.
If I were Constantine, I would try to minimize my shop as much as possible and let that money build up to make bootstraps even better.
Yeah, I agree.
He's been spending a lot of money in the shop, re-rolling and opening packs.
He almost accidentally used strength there. That would have been a blunder.
Still re-rolling. That's not a bad play though for $2.
Zach just got 150,062.
So much to watch here. Steve could have a good build here going on with this hand. He's on the anti-8.
Mikey just got 267.61. So a nice little scoreboard update now that they're all scoring pretty decent. Here's what we're looking like. This is getting kind of tight. This is looking really good.
He found his flush 5. Let's see. Okay.
Like I said, I think
Yeah, I think I agree. That's not using his C and double to make it even better. Okay, here's a full house. I believe his full house might be better than his flush 5, just based off level. But and his flush 5 also doesn't use his spare trousers, right? 'Cause that has to be a 2-pair.
it uses it regardless. So the spare trousers, as you play pairs, it'll up the molt that they give, but
Right.
or 2 pairs, they'll up the molt. He's found blueprint. He dumps the astronomer. He gets rid of astronomer. %10,000% he gets rid of astronomer. I don't know if that was the move. He got rid of spare trousers, but that was where a fat chunk of his molt was coming from.
Mm-hmm. In order to boost his X multipliers.
Let's see what Mikey's scoring here. If you can get a set of kings or something going up. You didn't quite get what we wanted to see.
Okay, so
With this 3 of
now
a
he's reached
kind,
the ante-10 boss of playing a flush sets money to 0. So we'll see what CJ likes to go for here.
he has to
He has to work around it. Not sure. if he
338,
can.
411 from Mikey.
That was a good hand.
Was that one hand from Steve? 531, 645.
I believe so.
I
He
didn't
has 5
see.
hands.
He's got 5 hands still.
I didn't see. What did he
531,
play?
645.
Did he play flush 5?
I have no clue what he played. I just saw his numbers go up.
So much to watch for. Okay, let's see.
There's
what
so much
Constantine
to watch
does.
for,
Let's go
especially
full house.
when you're
Oh
when
my
you're
goodness.
2 mil on CJ.
2 mil, 21, 6.
Was that one hand? I believe so. His full house is insane.
That was one hand from him.
So Steve is trying to build up his.
I'm actually just gonna bring CJ in now. I feel like it's a good time for him.
I agree.
He's on Annie 11, so.
Yeah, welcome in, CJ. We
up?
wanted to talk to you. Zoom in a little bit on your stream that's still lagging a little bit, but we're seeing some monster hands from you.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yep.
I see you're using the
I don't know
Midas
how to
Mask
put it,
vampire
man.
build.
What was that?
Are you using the it's a Midas Mask vampire build, and your vampire's at 9.5x, that's a pretty big
Yeah.
vampire.
With the blueprint.
Yeah. So I was hoping to find the one card that makes everything face cards.
Yeah,
Keep
Pareidolia.
rerolling, I can't find it. So yeah. But I'm
So-
just taking what I have right now. What's the scores looking at like right now?
I don't want to spoil too much about what the scores are currently at, but as of
Hey!
when we last had like a good update, you were in first. Which I think is
That's what I did.
it's interesting. The scores are looking really interesting right now, so I don't want to keep you for too long because I do want to get back to the full player view. But
Okay.
good luck on this. I think you have a pretty
Oh my
interesting build,
God.
but you are in the high antes here, so it might be a bit tough.
Yep.
Good luck. Pretty soon I'm going to bring them all in because it is almost time for. We're just at the halfway mark here, 45 minutes remaining. I do want to give them just a second to kind of play out some of these builds.
Ooh, that was a good hand by Zach.
That was a really good hand by Zach.
300 something. I think right as you went full screen on Constantine, Steve might have had a big hand with his flush 5 he was going for. We'll see though. He's trying to set it up again here. So 658,000 from Mikey confirmed.
I'll be right back.
Let's see what Steve goes here. Oh, that was a big hand from Mikey. What did Mikey just do? He's up to 5 million.
I didn't quite catch it. I did catch
I didn't
Steve
catch
just
it
got
either.
a
I
new
saw it
score.
come in.
We're gonna see if he sends me a message. If anyone sends me a message there about what that hand was. That was one hand from Mikey.
That was one hand. I think that might have been 2 hands. I think he might. But his first hand, if it was there, was nowhere near close to
We're gonna
that.
see if I get a message. I did get an update from Mikey. 5,122,028.
Wow. Okay, let's see what Constantine has going here. He's at the 3.2.
There's so many scoreboard updates coming in. Oh, CJ, 2702 932.
932. Yeah, Mikey with his bull, he's going massive with his $100 in the bank so far. That combined with the 7x multipliers twice on the blueprints. That's 21x multipliers.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm gonna bring them all in, give them a little update on the time. Bringing all you guys all in now. I do want to give you a small update on the time. There are currently 42 minutes remaining. I do want to give you a scoreboard update. I don't want to tell you who's leading or like how far apart everyone is. But we do have a couple people. Everyone's scored at least 300k with one hand. I don't want to tell you how much more than that they've scored, but everyone is above 300k. Kind of give you a frame of mind for how everyone's doing. Our current highest score, you know who you are, is 5.12 million.
Oh, I lost.
I do believe in you guys. You still have a lot of time to make a new run work.
You guys are all doing amazing so far.
All the scores have been really, really good.
You're coming in fast.
Some better than others, apparently.
Best of luck on the rest of your run.
Wait, did you say 5 million?
5.12 million.
Yeah, I lost.
I don't count yourself out. There's so much time left. Good luck.
He smells the defeat, bro.
Yeah, I don't know where that
I
came
just
from.
got back. What's the time update?
It was 40 minutes or 41 minutes left now.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the score recently, Thomas.
No. Holy moly.
Scoreboard update.
Jeez. Mikey's got a crazy score.
Mikey has the 2 blueprints, currently at over 7x on each of them, plus the vampire. With the bull adding his chips. If only he could get a better multiplier, you think?
I do think at some point he has to accept that his run's coming close to an end and he needs to put a really high score in and just look for a... He needs to just look for a plus molt to get rid of his Midas Mask.
I agree. Because he needs some boost there to boost up that 21 times. He has the chips with the bull. That's only getting better. See if he searches for something. I think he realizes.
Hannah in chat said Steve Def has had a bigger hand since about 1.8 mil. We'll see if... I didn't catch that, so I'm going to trust you on it. But we should get an update from him at the end of this. I don't see him completing this ante here, so his best hand will show up pretty soon on the screen.
Yeah, that flush 5 is played really well for him this run.
Yeah, I do think he really needs to... He needs to instead opt for just a 5 of a kind.
Yeah. I believe he does have a bunch of retriggers on the aces that he's going for, and they happen to all be hearts.
Yeah, he needs to get a couple of them as clubs and go for 5 of a kind instead. Because, I mean, it wouldn't help him too much. He would just get 2x from that seeing double.
$9.6x on Mikey here for all these.
I'm going to zoom in on Steve for a second. I think his run's about to come to an end.
Yeah, let's see. He's accepted it.
1769062. That's still a really, really good score from him.
That is.
Mikey just hit like 15 million or something.
Those double blueprints are putting in work. There's another chip joker. I wonder... Even that would be better, I think, than his Midas Mask at this point.
He needs something because he's scoring big
Yeah.
enough to beat these hands still.
And now he's just ruining his bull at this point. He's trying to find something. I mean, he knows he needs something big here.
I don't know why he wouldn't pick it. I mean, the tarot card joker might even have been fine.
Yeah. But that bull does nothing at this point.
I'm going to zoom in on Mikey now because I do think his run's also coming to an end any second. All face cards are debuffed really hurts him. Like that.
Yeah,
I
he's one of
think-
those kings to
Yeah.
re-trigger, right? Yeah.
This is an end for Mikey here. I think Steve is the only person we haven't heard from yet, right? At least
Yeah.
once. I do plan on bringing him in soon.
Still acting with blue deck, which worked out for him last time, getting that extra hand.
Mikey was 17, 7. Oh,
790, 17, 795 something.
I'm just going to put 17,795,000 because it is something, it's a little bit larger than that, but we'll have to run the tape for him to get the stats.
It should show up in his stats, though.
It won't show up because we're on seeded runs.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
Not even if you completed a run.
not if you
He did
complete the
die.
run. Yeah, it doesn't show up.
That's unfortunate.
I'm going to bring Steve in now just to kind of talk to him a little bit. Welcome in, Steve. We wanted to hear from you.
Hola.
Your run was pretty solid. I know it just came to an end there.
Yeah.
We were interested what your kind of thought process was towards the end there because we know you had seeing double, but you were going for flush fives. It looked like.
Yeah, so I kind of hit that realization where I was just like, oh, I'm getting a bunch of fucking retrig aces. And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, wait, this would work a lot better if I didn't have fucking 86 billion cards in my deck.
That's because you were going for hologram early, which was helping you a ton. But I was kind of commenting on that too in the stream where you were boosting your hologram at the expense of just picking up cards that weren't really helping you and loading your
Yeah.
deck full of stuff you didn't want.
Yeah.
But it was a solid run. As of the last score update we were given, you're in third, but you were very close to second and first.
Oh, I thought you were going to say last. So as long as I don't come out last, I'm totally fine because I already know who has that 5 million.
The score, the top end score is a bit higher now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you're still in it. You still have plenty of time. There are, as of now, 34 minutes remaining. So
Interesting.
plenty of time to get at least one more good run in. But depending on how many times you want to reroll, you could have time for 2 or 3.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Best of luck.
Good luck.
Zach just hit something that was like 1.5 million there.
Yeah, does that beat? That doesn't beat. what
It
he
doesn't.
had
I don't
previously,
think
does
it does beat what he had previously. It just doesn't beat Steve. I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, he was going for the bloodstone duplicate. As he points to it.
I'm not gonna do the math for him. I didn't see what he had before that because that was his second hand. He did the math
Okay.
for me.
Everybody with the Midas mask, save for Zach here.
I do want to say that that's the build that I had. I just think people aren't finding the second invisible Joker. There's 2 of them. So that Midas Mask build that Mikey and CJ both kind of had going, that was the build that I opted for in my first run. But there's 2 invisible Jokers. So one of them I had copied a blueprint, and the second one I had copied my vampire when it had like 9x molt. So one vampire ended up with like 12x molt. One of them was like 9 something x molt. and then there was 2 blueprints on them with a Midas Mask on the beginning. So it was quite the build, and I think that some of them have gotten pretty close to replicating what I had on that run. Hannah with W Zach in chat. I agree. Zach is such a good person for these types of events. Just he's so fun to watch. I do want to give a scoreboard update. Even though Zach's hand didn't move him from 4th place, he's still kind of right up there with Steve and CJ, and I do think his build has the capabilities of turning into something much larger if he can kind of find the pieces in this last little bit.
Yeah, when I came across running this, didn't come across the 2 invisibles. I kind of worked myself around the spare trousers early on, and then eventually found the bull and used some economy cards to build up my money and just build off that. But I do like the Midas Mask, as you say, early on, especially mixed in with this blueprint. Definitely helps you go for your.
I think Zach's run might have just come to an end here. He needed 1 more heart.
Oh no, it doesn't get the flush.
He still has a chance. There's still a small chance he makes it here. No. 167090 was his run. 3090. 1673090.
It's like Mikey's trying to run it back here. Has the blueprint with the vampire.
I do think he's trying to go for almost an identical build. Let's see if he can find the second Invisible Joker. I think the first one's on like ante 5 or 6, and the second one's on 7 or 8. They're kind of spaced just a little bit apart.
Are they in a buffoon pack or in the shop?
I think one of them's in a buffoon pack, I believe, and the second one you have to reroll the shop like 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
All these runs,
Light.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah
sounds
says,
familiar.
I gotta really try and get into this game. Watching these just made me want to play it again. If you're like, for some of these people here, like CJ, Steve, and Zach, all were not that experienced before kind of prepping for this tournament. They got into it. Steve kind of started the resurgence with a lot of the Discord, and then brought a bunch of other people to try to get into it also. And even though they were fresh and new and didn't really know that much, just grinding to try to practice for this tournament really got them into the mood. And it looks like it's working for them, because all of their hands they're scoring on a normal run would beat ante 8. It's a great game if you can get into it, and I really recommend it to a lot of people, just because I think it's more addicting than you might expect.
Very addicting.
Also, don't forget that 2 out of these 4 people mostly play on mobile.
That is true.
So this is a game on the go too.
I have a buddy at work that plays on his Steam Deck every break. He's been glued to Balatro the last couple weeks. Very addicting. Very fun.
I'm gonna bring them all in one more time. Welcome in, everyone.
Oh,
I want to give you
Happy to
guys
be
a
here.
little time update. There are currently 28 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, so we're there's about a third of the time left, a little bit less than that. Currently in first place is Mikey. Second place is currently CJ. Third place is Steve, and currently in fourth place is Zach. But I do think it's anyone's game, and I do think you guys had a lot of interesting stuff you saw on your deep builds you've had to kind of fight for first still. There's still plenty of time to get at least one more run in and go fairly deep. Or if you're more interested in rerolling and optimizing, you can still try to do that a little bit more if you think you can. Yeah, I think it's close. This has been personally the most interesting of the 3 little groups we've watched, the scores this time have been tight, and there's been a lot of like back and forth between some people throughout this whole tournament so far that was really fun to watch. So best of luck. I'll bring you guys all back in with 10 minutes remaining, or around the 10-minute mark, to give you a good update. And then in the final 2 minutes, just like last time, I'll bring you in just to sit and wait. But best of luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Right, look like Zach restarted his run here. So Mikey did come across that invisible Joker, gets the second blueprint. So he's going for an identical run. The 2 blueprints with the vampire, which could be massive. He has the time to build those up to beat his current score. He's still in the lead by multiple millions.
We got a little Kading cameo from Steve's perspective.
He's like, "Are you streaming right now?" It's like, "Yeah." Steve or Zach a little upset that his Wheel of Fortune went onto his egg. Out of all things. Yeah, this Mikey's build here looks to be the most ideal out of everybody's setup so far.
I'm I'm really interested to see what Mikey does with double blueprint. I really hope that he can make this run work again.
Yeah, he just got the second invisible and got the second blueprint. I mean, it's almost identical to what he had prior.
Which is gonna lend itself to some really monster builds.
Yeah.
Zach with
How
the
much time do
blueprint.
we have?
Currently, there are 24 minutes and 54 seconds remaining.
Okay. Definitely some time for Mikey and Zach to build something. Constantine.
Has Vampire, has
build
Midas
here
Mask.
too. What was that?
He has the Midas Mask and the Vampire, which is kind of the core of the build. Once again, if you want to watch Steve's perspective and tune into him, you'll also probably get some chatter from the other 3 contestants. His Twitch is at Snapzinc, SNAPZINC, all one word. And for Zach, who streams a lot less frequently, but it's still a great time if you get the chance to watch him, it's at Carcharming, CARCHARMING.
I just gave Steve a follow.
Yes, Car Charming is one word. Car Charming's a play on the dinosaur, the Carcharodontosaurus, which is one of Zach's favorite. And he's also a charming man. So Car Charming, all one word. Thank you for pointing that out in chat, because I can see the confusion there.
CJ using the cryptid on the jacks.
He has a negative invisible joker.
Yeah.
CJ's run could get really, really interesting if he can make this work a little bit longer. He's just to make sure he can survive to get that invisible joker off and have it land at something good. Steve also getting the invisible joker, and I think he might be hunting for that for the vampire as well. We might see 3 vampire runs. I'm really interested to see where this goes in the final 21 minutes and 15 seconds here.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of knows what their optimal route is. It's just trying to get back to it within the time at this point. I want CJ to get his jokers, but focus on his econ to build up that bootstraps to go with the multiplier. I think that hindered him just a little bit in his first run.
Yeah, I agree.
That with his Gross Michelle until it dies to get that X, or to get that multiplier for the X multipliers could be even bigger.
I don't mind him using the mime here, especially because it's negative. But I do really think that he should be. That is a monster hand from Mikey.
Yeah,
I really think
still doesn't
CJ
beat it, but that was big.
I do really think CJ should be focusing on. The Gross Michelle is going to break eventually.
Right.
I do think that the thing that everyone here is missing is they need to pivot from Midas Mask at some point. At some point, they need to go, okay, I've had enough of the multiplier. Oh, that's the worst thing you could have gotten from that. With CJ, he got
second Gross Michelle.
he re-rolled
no.
on the Gross Michelle.
No. So is that random? That's completely random every time?
It's almost completely random. So if he makes the same exact decisions, has the same exact set of 5 jokers, it will always pick the Gross Michelle no matter how you order your jokers. You could shuffle them around, you could change some things. It will pick the Gross Michelle every time if you get to that point in the same position. CJ's so upset. I almost want to bring him in just to. I don't want to mess with him though. That's the thing, is as much as fun as it would be to kind of troll, there's so little time left. I don't want to be a troll with only 19 minutes remaining.
Yeah. So Mikey for this run has 14.5 million. Still doesn't beat what he had prior.
That's always the worst feeling. I think that's part of why when you have a Gross Michelle like that, you either want to see it break, or you really want to sell your jokers off, and you want to sell the Gross Michelle off, make sure it can't break, so that you can so you can try to land it on. You have a higher chance of landing it on the joker you want.
I agree. And I believe it was going to naturally break pretty shortly after that too.
Yeah.
Big hand by Mikey. I'm curious what his Vampire X multiplier is up to right now.
We're gonna find out when he plays something. I think CJ's he have his early game. He has the early game down pretty well.
Yeah, no, he's optimizing that well, which can maybe try to give him another run here with time slowly windowing down.
It's at 10.1.
What? That's insane. What is that fourth Joker Mikey has? Is that the booster pack one?
I think it's a polychrome booster pack one.
That's the one where you skip it, gives you a +3.
I believe so.
Yeah, the double blueprint on Vampire again. Hen X multiplier.
That's
might,
probably. I don't think it's better than his previous one. I still think
so
that
either, but-
he has a 17, just a scoreboard update here. This is the last scores we got. I don't think anyone's beaten their score since. Mikey's score is also a little bit lower. Those last 3 numbers are something we didn't quite catch because he closed out of his run too quickly for us and never gave us the score update in a text version.
I want to see Mikey go for some multiplier Joker here. Pivot from the Midas Mask at this point.
I agree.
See, he's almost there. And he has times 30x with the 2 blueprints if he puts out on the Vampire to just get maybe a couple extra added onto his multiplier to make it even bigger. Now he's gonna move him back.
I think CJ's trying to copy his exact run from the one he just lost.
That was big.
That was really
That
big.
was over 20 million for Mikey.
Zach's just recently restarted too. He looks defeated.
Yeah, I think they realize it's coming to an end. They can't beat what they had.
There's still 15 minutes left, or a little over 15 minutes. They can still speed run it here. If they have their game down, I think 15 minutes is plenty of time to try to go deep. But you really have to know what you're doing. I think Mikey might have it in the bag. Unless Zach can get a really deep run going, or Steve can find something that we're unaware of. CJ also has a good chance if he can replicate his previous run.
He's gonna come across those blueprints and the invisible ones.
Looks like he's trying to prep some more face cards there.
There's the other invisible Joker. Does he dare?
I think he sells Midas Mask.
I think he does too. That takes away at least 100 chips.
I think he... Because I think he sells Midas Mask before he rolls that Invis Joker.
Also, his level, I feel like his level 2 full house is... He's been unlucky trying to level that up, because that could be even bigger. So 5 of a kind. Oh, that's level 7. Okay, we'll see what this does.
Okay, yeah, a cool 50
Oh
million,
my.
more than that.
He's running away with this.
He is really running away with this. I think he really found the build. Going back to what I was saying.
Invisible Joker still isn't popped yet.
I know, he's got to play one more round. I was going to say, going back to what I was saying earlier, my money was on Zach, I think, a little bit, just because I think he's been really practicing. But Mikey showing that some experience here is... Having that experience really pays off. He's definitely the most experienced. I think his playtime is probably the highest by far out of this group. And I think it's starting to show a little bit, even as much hype as I gave to Zach. Maybe I should have given it all to Mikey instead.
Yeah, Mikey was scaring me with those practice rounds when he was getting in the millions.
And he got another
He
vampire.
got a second vampire. Is that copy or does it say at 1x?
One of them, the second one will be stuck at whatever it's at. So the second one
So
can't.
does he need to move his blueprints around?
No, they should be fine. What'll happen is the first one will, I guess, suck the enhancements off of the cards. So the Midas Mask will make things gold. The first vampire will take the gold away, and the second vampire can't pull the gold away to get the multiplier. So the second vampire is stuck at like 11x mult or whatever he has right now.
Right. Oh. been unlucky trying to find those kings and queens. There they are.
I think this is the wrong play. You should have both blueprints behind the first vampire. 1 billion. That's gonna be. That's gonna be the score. I'm just gonna kind of gauge where that was at.
I'm taking a listen to Steve's stream and hearing some of the commentary. They're I think they're all aware of what's happening with Mikey right now.
Yeah, they're probably very, very aware of what's happening with them. So a little
He's like, I don't want to give it away, but you know.
This is what the scores look like. It's pretty nasty. 1.2 billion is a really good score. It's better than the score that I had on my first run with this. A similar setup to what he had, though. I didn't have the. I did not have an extra Joker slot there. I had 5 Jokers. And my vampires were not quite as big. Yeah, I really want to see what this exact number is. I know we're hyping him up, but I do think that besides CJ, these other two don't really have a chance at catching him.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Constantine was in the lead for so much of this game.
We're at the 10 minutes and 40 seconds mark. So pretty soon I'll bring them all in and give them the 10-minute warning. And going, yeah, King Mikey in chat. Dude, Mikey's good at this game. Mikey's insane at this game.
Yeah, he may not have the hours, but he definitely has the strategy.
Mikey's using this blueprints to try to get he moves him out of the way to try to get another chance to use Midas Mask before he just scores his monster hand that ends his round. Okay, I'm going to take note of what his score is here. Because I do want to see what this score is coming out to be.
Well, he has a 5 of a kind. I'll figure it out, I think.
I got it. I can give an exact score for what he has. I did the math. That is something absolutely gigantic. Mikey's exact score, 1,758,631,489, and it's only going up from here. I'm gonna bring him in now. Give him a 10-minute warning. Welcome in, everyone. I'm bringing them all in now. Welcome in. We have a little under 10 minutes. I just missed the mark by a second. We have 9 minutes.
You should just call it, honestly.
I mean, you guys, if you're done, you're done. I do think that there's still at least a couple people here that have a good shot. If you guys are done playing, you're welcome to stay here. If you're not done playing, I'm gonna move you guys back. So I presume Zach and Steve, you guys are done. And CJ is still going.
I'm still going.
There's no point. They're not going to catch up to me.
Okay, you guys are welcome to tune into the stream then if you really want to see what's going on here.
All right. Let me take a look.
What's happening with what's Mikey doing here?
Can we see that scoreboard now?
Yeah, I can give you guys a nice little scoreboard
He's splitting
update.
his blueprints again.
Wait. Oh, okay. So you were trolling.
Okay, so I don't know if I don't know if you guys were trying to lip read or if anyone was tuned into Steve's stream, but I was telling them the whole time, I was like, yeah, I've actually been putting on the greatest acting job of the career, because I was like just saying how poorly my run was going. I'm like, I'm stuck on ante 1, oh no. And then I was like, Mikey, what was your score again? I actually, you know, I do think it's raps. I do think it's raps. How'd I do, Steve? Did you actually believe me for a split second?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Mason, I just looked. I thought it was going to be insane, but that is a pretty good score.
It's getting more insane the more he plays.
What does he have?
He has
Two
double
blueprints,
blueprint, double
two
vampire.
vampires.
Yeah. Watch this.
That's actually quite crazy.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
Wow, that's cool.
So it turns it gold,
very
and then
cool.
And then it sucks the gold from the minus mask
I think
immediately away.
that's the coolest interaction I've ever seen.
oh,
This is the build I had with my 54 million
CJ,
score on my
you're
first
done.
run.
Damn.
What?
should hit E. Just
You're
got
dead.
glass card. Oh, okay.
You're
Oh,
done,
Mason's
Zen.
Mason's
Are you
playing along
bringing
with
him in
us. He's about to hit E.
Wow.
I didn't bring him in here.
No, I know.
CJ.
He's like in my stream. He's
CJ
playing
joined
along
in?
with us.
Are you done, CJ?
I'm done.
No, I'm saying
done.
CJ.
Okay. I'm gonna let Mikey go. I might bring him in. No one tell him. All right, welcome in, Mikey. You're coming in a little early. We're gonna let you kind of just finish this out. There's still 6 minutes left for you to play, but everyone else has ended their time. So,
All right.
Sorry.
CJ, you're free to tune in since you're
Wait,
here now.
Where was Blueprint at?
You
I had
can't-
blueprint. I just don't know.
I can tell you.
It was later.
You guys saw what run I'm using, right?
It wasn't that much later.
Yeah.
was
CJ,
it
here's the
at?
scoreboard
'Cause
update.
actually-
But that score, Mikey's score's a bit outdated.
Here, 1 second. 1 second. It's about to update again.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, it's
like
like
3
billion ish.
3 billion ish. Yeah.
What's your vampires at?
15, 16.
17s.
Oh man.
Yeah, and all I gotta say is nice try, Mikey.
Like over 60x multiplier right there.
Wait, what,
Dude,
actually, where was the?
If I was able to find,
You can get it in Ante 2 or Ante
if
1.
I was able
Really?
to find it, I have observatory,
Ante
so I
2.
can get
Yeah,
2
you can get
more.
it Ante 2.
I was able to get them fucking.
5 minutes
I
remaining.
have
What?
observatory, so I can still get 1.7.
So, I figured out that I wanted to do Queens, but it was just too late. And I couldn't get out of Ante 1.
We're just gonna zoom in on Mikey's build here. Watch him go.
You can get an NT2, rerolling.
I can show
don't think
show
so.
my notes of what I took. I didn't take a whole lot of notes past after I got vampire.
This is the build, just so everyone knows, this is the build I had on my first attempt on this seed. It was not as good as Mikey's or CJ when he had his going.
That's it here though.
But
This is so
Well, I
cool.
think-
I've never
This
seen
is
anything
no.
like
This is sick. I think your run might be over, buddy.
Oh, it
I
is.
think so too.
This is the first
Oh
time.
man, I
think-
get to play all my cards.
He's out of cards.
My card.
Very
See what
cool.
it is.
I mean, what
3,
a way to end it,
8,
though.
3,
Yeah.
6, 3, 8, 4,
3,
8, 3, 2.
Mason just said he's doing Bloodstone and Ancient with re-triggers.
Yeah, that's an insane build too.
Yeah.
This is my first time doing this build, bro.
I'm gonna lock in my score there.
I kind of had a similar build to you at the beginning, Constantine. With the bootstraps, with the X multipliers on the blueprint.
So, if anyone would like to know, I grabbed Midas Wheel off the Midas Mask off of Rip.
Yeah. Right
I
away,
then grabbed
yeah.
the Arcane Joker to put the wheel on to get 10 molt, and that carried me through a bit. And then at Ante 2, if you reroll the big blind shop twice, you can get Blueprint. Ante 3 on Boss Blind, after you beat it, you can get Vampire. And then on Ante 4 on right as you enter Ante 5, there's the Invisible Joker that hits Blueprint.
Yep,
Jeez.
I got that.
I don't think I found. I didn't find
And
Blueprint
then
until
around
later
Ante
on.
7, around Big Blind, you can find another invisible Joker, and it also rolls onto Vampire.
Yeah, there's two invisibles in this
Yep.
run. There's a blueprint. There's the Midas Mask and the Vampire. I did see. So there's kind of
There's a Pareidolia, but it's a little late in the run, so there's no use to grab it.
there's a few monster builds I would say that exist in this game. The Bloodstone kind of retrigger Ancient Joker. You can also get the Idol in there. That's like one of the insane builds you can do. This one I think has all the pieces to it. I've only played this twice, so I saw my first playthrough. I played the Midas Mask Vampire build, and then kind of saw pieces for a lot of other stuff. In my second run, I was actually doing something interesting. I had both of my invisible Jokers hit a swashbuckler, so I had an egg that was like plus 80 molt and 3 swashbucklers.
I think that was the first. My
So-
first one, I kept grabbing.
I
I
think
saw
that's what I did
mine.
as well. My
So
first one.
Yeah.
That one wasn't very good, but there's a couple monster kind of things you can get in this game. There's the Retrigger Baron, the Blood Idol, Ancient Joker, Tiki, the Blood Idol, the Tiki Idol, Ancient Joker.
I did see Blood Idol. I was.
Yeah.
I did that one.
That one's really good. There's one that you can get with like if you have Perkio and you're duplicating a bunch of stuff that way. That's a legendary Joker. I think Kanio's the
Perkio
other one.
shows up?
No, not in this one, but just in general in the game.
Perkio
oh.
with
That's-
the infinite consumables, right?
Yeah, that's the one that can
Yeah.
be really nasty as well.
Bro, yeah,
this
bro.
one. This one also had
But-
had the one where if you buy the planet cards and you have them, it'll give you 1.5
Make it
volt to the
1.5.
planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you
trying to
not see
find
the-
them for Planet or Planet X, but I couldn't find it.
When I was
There
picking
was
this,
also
I
the
misclicked at that
paraphilia
part.
or whatever. The all cards are face cards.
yeah,
Which that could be useful. with
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
As well.
Pareidolia.
Yeah.
the
Mason said he just hit 5.5 bill.
yeah, that sounds about right. When I was picking the
Barely
seed though,
beat me.
what I was looking for was good options for a lot of those fun builds. Some to get like good scores, and then also I wanted to notice some things that could be really nasty. So I saw the double Invis Joker, Vampire, and Blueprint. I'm like, this can get nuts. I saw Blood Idol and Ancient Joker, and I was like, this can get nuts. So I picked this one just to make it fun. Time is just about up. I know we're all kind of done here, so I want to give a big thank you to you guys for showing up. I think it's a lot of fun. I plan on running another one probably fairly soon. I think if you guys are interested, I know that some of the other people like Joey and Thomas are probably interested. I know some of our other participants like Christian and who am I missing?
Ethan.
I think
Ethan
we said.
would be interested in playing. I'm missing one more.
Mason? He said he wants to. That's not who you're talking about, though.
No, who's the last person that competed?
Fabian?
Fabian. I'm sure he would be
Ah.
interested again.
Wait, Ethan didn't compete.
No, Ethan didn't compete,
No.
but he would be interested.
Yeah.
He just picked up a game.
So I'm planning on running this again, and if we have more people, maybe we have 16 contestants instead of 8,
That'd
or
be
maybe we
fun.
do like
Ooh, that'd be
12, but all play on the same seed, and like do like the winner
Yeah.
from each and the next highest one or something like that. So depending on how many participants we have, I'm down to run this again because this was a lot of fun. Just to kind of give everyone final scoreboard update. This is what we ended with. These scores might be a little bit ever so slightly different by a couple numbers, but Mikey with 3.8 billion there. It might be too many numbers. Something like that. Mikey with the monster score, CJ in second place, Steve in third, and Zach in fourth place.
Sometimes the king has to shed his crown to let others shine.
Shut the fuck up.
But great job, everyone. It was a lot of fun. And I really hope that we can do this again. We said Hannah in chat says she might participate in the next one, which would add another participant to this. I know Thomas' new sister-in-law June also might be interested, so it's another person we can get involved. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is a lot of fun, and I hope that we can do more Balatro. But besides this, the next thing in the future for this channel is probably a Valorant tournament. I have a Valorant tournament that I'm trying to get participants still for, coming up in the near future. We're actually planning to run it the October 3rd through the 5th. So if anyone's interested in signing up for that and you haven't already signed up, my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel should have a link to my Discord, and from there you can join and get involved in that Valorant tournament. Otherwise, I'll probably run some more stuff for our close group of friends, and as this channel grows, or as my YouTube channel grows, hopefully open up these invites or open up the tournaments to more people as well. So thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for tuning into the stream, and have a good night.